Hi, everyone. This is Robert Kientz. I'm the editor and founder of GoldSilverPros.com, a news and educational service covering the precious metal sector. I have been given the opportunity to provide the introduction for your main presentation today. In today's presentation, we're going to be covering volcanogenic massive sulfide deposits in Canadian mining. Gold Silver Pros has previously discussed how important sulfide is to finding large quantities of base and precious metals in recent online presentations we provided. These deposits are often polymetallic in nature, and they contain zinc, copper, lead, gold, and silver. Overall, there are about 350 such deposits and major VMS occurrences in Canada. Most of these deposits occur in clusters that define major mining districts, such as the Flin Flon and the Bathurst, which are two of the largest in Canada. The projects typically start at or near surface and may exhibit themselves in epithermal vein patterns. Volcanogenic massive sulfide deposits and their close analogs have accounted for more than half of global production of zinc and lead, 7% of copper, and a significant amount of silver, gold, and other byproduct metals. So sulfide deposits are very, very important to finding both precious metals and, even more importantly, the base metals, and are a source of much of our metallic resources available to the world. How do sulfide deposits work? Well, typically there is a magma chamber which brings metal deposits to the surface and puts it in a bedded sulfide deposit. The great thing about these is they're at or near surface most of the time, so they're very easy to get to. And they have rich amounts of copper, zinc, lead, silicon, iron, and also precious metals. One of the main things to know about sulfide deposits, they carry a lot of zinc and copper. So we're going to look at both the zinc and the copper market in 2020. They both had big booms. You can see zinc here is trading over $2,750 per ton. Zinc is very important to the worldwide economy, the space economy, the technology economy, and also in galvanizing certain metals. The zinc forecast is expected to remain tight. The concentrate market is likely to remain tight in 2021, which is exacerbated by longer than expected outage at Gamsberg, which is a premier mine expected to produce over 250,000 tons of zinc in 2020. A quote here that says Cochrane said prices have possibly run ahead of refined market fundamentals, but that could persist for a while. He thinks the concentrate market will remain tight through at least the first half of 2021. And this, along with potential for Chinese smelter cuts, will be a neat mechanism to support prices and drag much of the excess refined surplus in Europe into China, he said. High zinc prices and low TCs suggest a relative windfall is in the cards for zinc concentrate suppliers. Translated, what this means is, at least for the first half of 2021, any company which is exploring and has significant supplies of zinc is expected to see higher valuations because zinc prices are continuing to rise. The copper market also had reached a 7-year high in 2020 of over $3.50. And this is a major boon for copper suppliers. So any mining outfit that has a lot of copper reserves or is exploring for copper and is expected to find a lot of copper should see continued price rises in 2021, because the copper market outlook is expected to remain strong. Two sources here from capital.com and CNBC.com report the Chinese imports about 30% of the world's copper, and China is expected to recover economically and increase their metal imports in 2021, which is bullish for copper. The IMF has been quoted as expecting the world economy to grow 5.1% in 2021. A lot of that growth will use ample amounts of zinc, copper, and also the precious metals. In 2020, supply issues from Peru and Chile slowed output. However, there are new mines expected to come online in 2021 in Russia, Congo, and Chile, although they will take some time before they replace the output of the mines from Peru and Chile. So that is another bullish indicator for the price of copper in 2021. Goldman Sachs is quoted as saying that by the first half of 2022, it is highly probable copper would test the existing record highs of $10,170 per ton set in 2011. 2011, as many of you may know, was the high in the gold price and high in the price of a lot of resources in the economy as a result of the recovery from the economic crisis. So to see that copper may test its existing record high of 2011 is very bullish for the metal overall. Again, that would be bullish for copper miners. I wanted to talk about these VMS deposits in British Columbia and British Columbia mining overall, how important this is to Canada, not only Canada, but the world. British Columbia is rich in natural resources and has over 160 years of mining history. It is one of the world's most prolific mining regions and still has vast untapped mineral reserves that have yet to be mined. Since the 1960s, British Columbia mining gradually changed from underground mines to vast open pit mining operations as the explorers found a lot of these sulfide deposits. The gross revenues in 2017 were 11.7 billion Canadian, up as compared with 302 million in 1968. British Columbia is Canada's largest exporter of coal, the leading producer of copper, and the only producer of molybdenum. It has also produced significant amounts of gold, silver, lead, zinc, and 30 industrial minerals, including gypsum, magnesite, limestone, and dimension stone. So as we can see, British Columbia is extremely important, not only to the Canadian mining industry, but the world mining industry. And it has massive sulfide deposits in which we can find these polymetallic copper, lead, zinc, and silver. Here's a map from Minerals Ed on the different mining districts in British Columbia. You can see a lot of it's concentrated around the Vancouver area, Vancouver Island, and the south part of British Columbia, but there are mines extending all the way up to the northern regions, reaching, well, as far north as Juneau. Lots of mines in British Columbia. At this time, I wanted to take a moment to invite you guys to my upcoming virtual conference called Solutions 2021. It's hosted by us, Gold Silver Pros. It'll run January 28th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can register free at this link at hoppin.com/events/solutions-2021. Thank you so much for listening to us during this town hall presentation. Your main presentation will start shortly.